All right, guys, we're back. And we are going to talk about one more thing with ecosystems, and then we're going to move on from ecosystems. Well, we'll still be in it, but we're going to be talking about different types of relationships that organisms can have. So the last thing that we're going to talk about today is going to be the word niche, which is your next vocab term that you need to know. A niche. And I don't know if you've ever heard anybody say, oh, that's their niche or whatever. It just means that's what they're good at. That's where kind of like they fit in and something that they're good at. That's what they do. For instance, mine was playing basketball or, playing some kind of sport. That was my niche. That's where I like to be and spend my time and do my thing. Do you
Well, I
have
always
anything?
refer to it as like the organism's job in the environment. Like everybody has a job.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now we're teachers, you're students, like that's your job. So every organism, ants, they have a job, all the way up to like an elephant, they have their jobs. Okay, so a niche is how the organism's job in their environment, in their ecosystem. How do they contribute to their good, their whole ecosystem?
Yeah. And this is usually a test on the EOG, and it's literally just this word. So niche. And what is niche when we're talking about ecosystems? Like Ms. Page just said, it's the role of an organism in its environment. It's what type of food it eats, it's how it obtains food, it's how it interacts with other organisms. And it fits right into the food chain along with predator and prey relationships. So I'm going to pull this picture right here up from Socratic.org. Okay, shout out to them for letting us use this picture. This just gives you the definition, but if you look at these birds right here, you have three different kinds of birds, right? Now, this guy right here feeds at the top of the tree, this one feeds in the middle, and this one feeds kind of at the bottom down here, which may not seem like a big deal or why, but that's where they feed and that's their job. It's just like if you had a huge tall giraffe, they're going to eat from the top, which is beneficial if an organism like me was down here and needed to eat from the bottom because I couldn't necessarily get up there to eat. Okay, so that's their niche in their environment. Now, how is that a good thing? And this is the relationship part we're about to talk about. But what are these birds feeding off of? They're feeding off of tiny organisms, so small organisms. And they could be insects, most likely in the trees. And why would that be a good thing? Because what are the insects doing? They're decomposing parts of the tree, and we don't necessarily want that. That could cause disease, that could cause the tree to die. And what do plants do for us? They're going through what process? You should be able to say photosynthesis, which means they're taking and cleaning CO2 out of the air, and they're producing oxygen, which is a cycle that we need to continue. So that is their niche, and it may look like a small part to you that, you'd be like, not really a big deal. But if you think about it, it's a huge deal, because if insects are decomposing trees and trees aren't living, is the air going to be clean, or as clean as it should be? So niche, another example, a woodpecker, same thing, eating insects, but just the role of an organism in its environment. And like Ms. Pate said, it's the job. Okay, but that's it for niche. We'll see y'all in the next video.